Welcome to J Sports. Today, we step back into the early 20th century to uncover the story of the legendary Ford Model T, known as the car that put the world on wheels. The Model T transformed not only the automotive industry but also the way people lived, worked, and traveled. It was more than just a mode of transport, it became a symbol of freedom, progress, and innovation. The beginning of a vision. Before the Model T, cars were expensive luxuries reserved for the wealthy elite. Henry Ford, a visionary industrialist, had a simple but groundbreaking idea: to build a car that was reliable, durable, and affordable for everyday people. This idea led to the birth of the Model T in 1908. Priced initially at around $850, it was far cheaper than many competitors, but Ford had bigger plans. He wanted to make it so affordable that every average worker could buy one. Engineering simplicity and strength. The Ford Model T was built with practicality in mind. Its 2.9-liter, four-cylinder engine produced about 20 horsepower, giving it a top speed of 40 to 45 miles per hour. It may not sound impressive by today's standards, but at the time, it was revolutionary. The car's high ground clearance and robust chassis allowed it to handle rough dirt roads and rural paths, which were common in early 20th century America. Ford also designed the Model T to be easy to maintain. Parts could be replaced without professional mechanics, making ownership simple even for those living far from big cities. It was a machine that anyone could learn to drive and repair, and that made it invaluable for farmers, workers, and families. The assembly line breakthrough. In 1913, Henry Ford introduced one of the most important manufacturing innovations in history, the moving assembly line. Instead of building a car from start to finish in one place, the Model T was assembled step by step, with each worker specializing in a single task. This drastically reduced production time from more than 12 hours to just 90 minutes. As efficiency increased, the price of the Model T dropped. By the mid-1920s, it was selling for as little as $260, making it accessible to millions. The assembly line not only transformed Ford's factory but also reshaped global manufacturing, influencing industries from electronics to consumer goods. A car for the people. The Model T quickly became known as the car of the people. It wasn't flashy or luxurious, but it was dependable and affordable. Ford's philosophy was that the car should serve the masses rather than the elite. This democratization of mobility changed American society forever. Families who had never dreamed of owning an automobile suddenly had the ability to travel beyond their towns, visit relatives, and explore new opportunities. Farmers could transport goods to markets more efficiently. Workers could commute to jobs in nearby cities. The Model T gave people independence, and with it, a new way of life. Cultural and economic impact. The popularity of the Model T sparked massive changes in society and the economy. Demand for gasoline surged, fueling the growth of the oil industry. Steel production expanded, roads were built, and thousands of jobs were created in related sectors. Cities grew as commuting became easier, and rural isolation decreased as cars connected people across distances. The Model T also shaped American culture. It became part of daily life, woven into family stories, road trips, and adventures. Owning a Model T was not just about transportation, it was a symbol of progress and modern living. Global influence. Although the Model T was born in America, its impact was felt worldwide. Ford opened assembly plants in countries such as Canada, the United Kingdom, and Germany, allowing the car to reach international markets. By spreading affordable mobility across continents, the Model T became a global icon of innovation and practicality. The end of an era. After nearly 2 decades of dominance, the Model T's production came to an end in 1927. More than 15 million units had been built, a record that stood for decades. By that time, competitors had caught up with newer designs, more features, and improved comfort. Ford eventually replaced the Model T with the Model A, but the legacy of the Tin Lizzie was already cemented in history. Legacy and lessons. The Model T is remembered as the car that started it all. It proved that innovation was not just about technology but about accessibility. Henry Ford's vision reshaped industries, societies, and cultures by proving that ordinary people deserved access to life-changing inventions. Its influence extends far beyond automobiles. The principles of mass production, affordability, and efficiency became foundations of modern manufacturing. Even today, companies across industries apply Ford's ideas to deliver products at scale. Conclusion: the Ford Model T was more than a car, it was a movement. It empowered people with mobility, reshaped industries, and became a cornerstone of modern life. From dusty farm roads to busy city streets, the Model T carried millions into a new era of independence and progress. At J Sports, we celebrate not only the machines that thrill us but also the ones that changed the world forever. The Ford Model T stands tall as one of the greatest innovations in history, reminding us that sometimes the simplest ideas create the biggest revolutions.